Hello, this is History Shorts with the Artifactual Scholar. Today, I'll be talking about the naval expeditions of Zheng He. The 15th century was the dawn of a new age of global interaction, as early European explorers like Columbus and Vasco da Gama led naval voyages that pushed beyond known geographic boundaries. Yet, nearly 90 years before Columbus sailed from Spain, a larger, more powerful fleet, commanded by Chinese Admiral Zheng He, sailed from China and spread Chinese influence throughout the Indian Ocean basin. In 1402, the Ming Yongle Emperor ascended to the throne of China. In order to demonstrate his power, the emperor ordered the construction of a massive naval fleet and placed it under the command of the court eunuch Zheng He. For the next 30 years, Zheng He would undertake a series of westward expeditions, eventually reaching the Red Sea and the east coast of Africa. The so-called Treasure Fleet first sailed from China in 1405. Zheng He's fleet consisted of 317 ships and nearly 28,000 men, and was the largest naval expedition of the period. The fleet sailed westward through the South China Sea, visiting Vietnam, Thailand, and Java, and then continued on to India and Sri Lanka before returning to China in 1407. Subsequent voyages brought Zheng He and his ships further west. During his third expedition, from 1409 to 1411, Zheng He sailed to Hormuz at the mouth of the Persian Gulf. A fourth voyage, which left China in 1413, returned to Arabia, with some members of the expedition traveling to Mecca and then on to Egypt. A detachment of the fleet sailed on to Somalia, Kenya, and the Swahili coast of Africa. When the fleet returned to China in 1415, it carried envoys from more than 30 states to pay homage to the Ming Emperor. In 1417 and again in 1421, Zheng He led more naval expeditions through the Indian Ocean, returning to Arabia and Africa, as well as ports in India and Southeast Asia. Then, in 1424, the Yongle Emperor died. His successor, Hongxi, considered the expeditions to be wasteful and extravagant, and stopped further voyages. However, by 1425, Hongxi was dead, and the new emperor, Xuande, again turned to Zheng He to command a fleet. In 1431, Zheng He sailed from China with more than 100 ships and 27,000 men. This seventh expedition visited the major ports in Southeast Asia and India, and sailed as far west as Arabia. On the return journey in 1433, Zheng He died and was buried at sea. Zheng He's death marked the end of Chinese maritime exploration. Despite the scope and success of these expeditions, successive Chinese emperors abandoned the grand overseas ventures and concentrated on more domestic concerns. By the end of the 15th century, the torch of ocean-going exploration had been picked up by Western Europeans who, for better or worse, laid the foundation of the modern world. For his part, Zheng He eventually became a legendary, celebrated figure in China and in Chinese communities around the globe. Though the impact of his voyages was in many ways fleeting, Zheng He's expedition demonstrated Chinese power and spread Chinese influence throughout the Indian Ocean. This has been History Shorts. Thanks for watching.